thank you for inviting me, because I think it's good for better understanding of one another. Dialogue, not only interreligious dialogue is needed, but also dialogue among races, and also dialogue about people who are straight and people who are gay or lesbian. Dialogue to get a better understanding of one another. And especially, I like to thank this Safehaven, because it's also a kind of daring experiment for them. I feel they don't agree also whether or not to invite me. A Catholic priest with Catholic teaching, we are actually more Protestant and things like that, and why? And the monologue, you know, he talking alone. But I hope it's not so much a monologue, but that I encourage a discussion among you, and also that we can explain our views to one another. But I'm not here to teach. I'm not here to preach. I'm here to give a sharing. How I see you, gay people, lesbian people, how I see you. And then I start how I see people. Not lesbians or not gays, but how I see. When I would be invited to artists on something special, you know, they have their own. When I would have to address and talk about the mission of artists in the world, I would also not see them first and foremost only as artists or as lawyers. In the first place, they are people, my fellow men. We are all brothers and sisters. We are the same human beings. And then of course the differences come in. But don't say I'm an artist. So different from you, I'm an artist. Come on, go to hell, so to say. We are human beings, and you have a special gift, but you are an artist, but I'm not an artist. Sorry, So that's how I like to give my sharing. In the first place, I like to reflect with you on what it is to be a human being. And then, of course, you are different or you are special. Okay, but first and foremost, we are all human beings. And it's good to reflect about that. To start off, as human beings, we have not made ourselves. We have not chosen ourselves. Right or wrong, agree or disagree. We find ourselves. We have not chosen. The existentialist philosophy will say we are thrown into the world. It's a nice way of expressing it. We have been thrown into the world. We have not been asked. And it not only applies to our existence, to our being here, but we are also given as what we are. Not only that we are is given without our choice, but also what we are. Have you chosen to be Chinese? No! We find ourselves. That is a very important characteristic of our human life. That we find ourselves as being this or that already. Already given. So we can never start from scratch. We are always already a product. A product. Say, you are born in this century. Whether you like it or not. It's a fact, it's a given, it's something you have to accept. You belong to this race. You have got this particular upbringing. You can't undo that. You have to live with the way you have been brought up. I mean, you work with it, of course, but that is a given and cultural environment. You cannot live and think and feel as an African. Can you? No. You are limited to what you find, what you are already. That is your past. I mean, your present is given. So, in a way, we are always a product. But we are more than a product. We are more than what we find, than what we are already. We are always related to it. We are not short as a stick is short. We are not bald as a billiard ball is bald. We are not sick as a plant is sick. We are not male as a dog is a male. We are always related to what we are. We work with what we find. We give a meaning to what is given. It's not that we are product, but in being a product are always possibilities, choices. What are you doing with it? With what you find, with what you are, with your past, with your given facticity, as they call it. So we always work with the facts we find. And that's why we also have made ourselves. Say, you are now a teacher, you are now a lawyer, you are now a nurse, you are now a lorry driver. That has been your choice. Because in the past, there were possibilities, you have used that possibilities, so you are the mixture of certain given elements and what you have done with it. And now you find yourself, because of your past choices, that now you are a teacher and nobody can deny that. Or you are a lawyer and nobody can deny it. But what are you doing with it? That is now your responsibility. But you always are responsible. Because you have always choices. When you are condemned to death, you always have this choice. How to accept it. How to live your last weeks. How you see your situation. It's never only fixed. It's always that you have to choose. No, I don't want to choose. That is your choice. You don't want to choose. That is your choice. You see that? You always choose. You have to. But because even when you don't want to choose, that is your choice. That is your responsibility. You want to leave things as they are. And that is your choice. We have to choose to work with what we find in our human situation. Say, you are already a teacher, you are already a Christian, or you are already a drug addict, or you are already living in Singapore, is a fact. But what you do with this fact is your choice. So we are always realizing our possibilities. We are never without possibilities. We are never only fact, but always the fact is given to us. We are aware of it. We give a meaning to it. We choose to realize certain possibilities. Okay, that is a point of departure. We are facticity, but in the facts are possibilities always given. So, and we have to choose. We have to realize ourselves. That is typical for a human being. I mean, a cat cannot make decisions. A cat cannot commit suicide. Cannot choose. It's not aware. But we are human beings. We are aware of what that we are and what we are, and we decide which possibilities we want to realize.